Alright, this is Grandpa Shart coming at you live again. It's me and old Ranger once again. And Grandpa Shart, we want to start out by giving a shout out to one of our biggest fans out there, Mr. Waylon Brock. Waylon, if you're watching, here's a big thumbs up just for you. We appreciate it. We love you to death for watching, Waylon. Keep on keeping on. Now today's video is going to be on this Craftsman 22-inch hedge trimmer. And I'm going to tell you what I use in this thing. And I like the stuff. I ain't never had no problems out of it. Since I don't trim bushes but once or twice a year, and that tank won't hold much and it don't really use that much gas, I don't mix it myself. I just buy some of this. And I don't use that true fuel because I've never used it because I've had too many lawnmower mechanics tell me to stay away from it. So I bought some of this and tried it out last year, and it does pretty good, and it's not that high. And I just buy some of this, like I said, you know, one bottle. This is my second year going on this one bottle, you know. I mean, I got hedges, a bunch of hedges trimmed, but not that many. You know, it's just like that Craftsman trimmer wasn't the most, as a matter of fact, it was the cheapest. You know, just guys that's doing it ourselves at home, we don't really need a DeWalt for everything, or Milwaukee. You know, we're not running a shop. I got some Milwaukee and DeWalt things, but they were stuff somebody give me. You know, I mean, and I'm all about the great brands. But just a regular old Joe like me, especially being the screw up I am, I really don't need the most expensive thing they got. So, like I said, I just got this thing. It's the cheapest thing they got. And it's done just fine. I bought it a couple years ago down there at Lowe's, and I've never had a problem out of it. And matter of fact, I just come out here a minute ago just to see if it's heat cranked, and the thing just cranked right up. Ain't been cranked it over a year, you know. And it's had that same SCF fuel in it. So that tells me something that fuel is good. If it sits in there a year and it don't gunk up nothing, then I'm impressed. But anyway, we're gonna crank this thing up. We're gonna go out and trim some hedges. I'm gonna show you what this baby will do. But before I do, you know, springtime, I've been seeing a lot of geese fly over again. I guess coming back home, and kind of reminds me of last year when I was in the blinds with my buddy duck hunting. And it'd been 2 hours, and we ain't seen nothing, we ain't got nothing. And then so I turned to him and I said, man, we ain't seen nothing, we ain't got nothing, it's been 2 hours. And he said, you reckon we ain't throwing the dog up high enough? But anyway, I'm gonna go out here and try this thing out and let y'all watch me. Let's see what she'll do here. Let's see, I put it on full choke. See, it's on full choke right there. Grandma, you got that? Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna see if she pops off here. Ranger, get back. Yep, she popped off, so I'm gonna put it on off choke. That's off choke right there. See what she does. Let's show them what this thing will do. Got the safety right here. You got to be squeezing it and the trigger, or it won't do anything. See? Yeah, well, I'll go back. as you can see, the hardest part about this whole job is going to be just picking up the limbs, because it knocks it out pretty good. A lot of you probably wondered why I don't use a battery powered, because I used electric for years and they just wasn't powerful enough for something like this. I had to have something that would trim. I had some big old bushes like this and I didn't want to spend all day out here. So I went with the gasoline. I forgot to tell you about this little prime bulb right here. You don't really have to push it much before you crank it, just enough to, you know, where you see gas going in the carburetor, and then that's it. You don't have to prime it no more. Anyway, you see that thing does a pretty good job. Let's try it on the boxwood, shall we? All right, we're about up that boxwood. Let's see what she'll do. really probably ain't perfect. Not as perfect as some of you guys can see. But, hell, it's trim. And a trim is a trim is a trim. That's what Grandpa Shart says. And if I could get a few more people out here, it would be perfect. Because remember what we say in Half-Ass Nation. You got enough people half-assing it, you wind up with a whole ass job done. We're out here at Half-Ass Garage, we only got one person half-assing it. Me, the ultimate half-asser. So, you know, it's trimmed. Might not be perfect, but it's trimmed. It don't look like it was in the Garden of Eden, but it's trimmed. And a trim is a trim is a trim. That's something else Grandpa Shart always says. But anyway, until next time, all you remember all you half-assers, Jesus in your heart will give you joy. Jesus in your relationships will give you stability. For all you people that don't like Grandpa Shart, here's your big honk honk right here on the honker. And right here, all you people that like me, here's a big thumbs up. Grandpa Shart out.